If you have a little physical location in this area, little 20 square meters, cheap office little place, or you can use one of your rooms at home to get people from time to time and create something which is more than virtual, I would do it. If you ask me, I would have something little, small, something going on in my neighborhood, not far away from me. It will increase dramatically retention and engagement of your customer distributor operation. Just a little recommendation which I wanted to give you in between. That's it. So, some people call it clubs, some people call it offices, some people call it whatever you call it. But this will increase engagement and retention of people in your neighborhood. Your neighborhood, not somewhere else, but your immediate neighborhood. You need to take responsibility of your neighborhood. And if you have some place for people to meet, it would be great. Whether you have it once a week or every day or whatever. Just little recommendation. And the last part of our discussion is about personal volume structure. Some of you seen my presentation in Frankfurt and somewhere else, in France. I just want to show you some principles behind building personal volume. This is the story which I shared a couple of times already, but anyway, for a few people who didn't know, who didn't hear the story, I just want to do it again. First of all, in order to create the right structure of the personal volume, you need to start drawing it. How many of you draw your personal volume on paper or computer or somewhere else? Very few, right? Look around. So very few. If you don't draw it, if you don't visualize it, you don't see what you build. So this is the advice, to start drawing what you build. Because you want to build deep groups and you want to develop them, and you always want to see who is not developed yet and go and pay more attention to these people. Not developed means that someone has no downline. Downline doesn't mean distributors. Downline means anybody you brought to. You can be customer, they can be customer, maybe there is nobody distributor, but it's already becoming a structure. It's becoming a multi-level retail structure or multi-level distributor structure or whatever, but it's becoming already a structure within your personal group. Okay? So, this is just a good example. The guy started his supervisor operation in a separate city, opened a little club, and signed brought first line people to his club. Right, this is first line. We call it first line. They're all customers, all in yellow. Okay, these are customers. So, and you see they are all first line to him. They are not distributors, but it looks like distributors because they all connected to him, right? But just for you to know, they are not distributors. Distributors are pink color. You can see the explanation down there. So they are customers. And then we said, listen, you have enough first line customers, let's develop them. Because if you keep adding new customers, then you can't develop because you have only 24 hours a day. So you need to develop now groups. That's why you brought initial first line people. Because if you don't do it, of course you can sell products forever. And bring more customers and lose customers and bring customers and lose customers, and you can do it forever, but you don't move up the marketing plan unless you start building something under them. So go and meet their families. And he did. So he got 24 customers first line, and then started to bring more people. So this was one of his customers, this lady. Okay, and she introduced him to her family and friends, and he did it on purpose, just for you to understand. He started to dig and dig and dig and deeper and deeper and deeper. He didn't understand why he should do it initially. Because when you bring more customers and your club or whatever place is full of customers, you have an illusion of business going on. But this is just retail business. And if you want to turn your retail business into future organization, you want to have retail going like that, not just going like that. not just first line, but actually people and the people and the people. So you want them to initiate this process of this basic molecule. You remember, one brings three, this brings three, they all bring their families and friends, as deep as possible. And this is how you find most active people. And you never know in which generation you are going to find them. That's why you want to go deeper. Deeper you go, more people you meet. More meat you have. So, and then she brought more people, and he helped to do everything. So she was just a customer. Now then she became distributor, you see? Now she's a distributor. Someone lost weight, and 3 months later she was still a distributor, but it was enough customers already, actually, to become a supervisor. So he had several lines developing the same way. This guy, he made 14,000 volume points, and she became supervisor. This is how she became supervisor. Since she became supervisor with customers already, and this is the right way to do, her first months as a supervisor, she produced already 2,600 volume points, because the same people, they kept consuming products. The only difference, they moved from his personal volume to his organizational volume. But they kept consuming. So volume moved from personal to organizational. This is how you turn personal into organizational volume. If you produce lots of personal volume and your organizational is not growing, it means you didn't understand what you do. I know those people. I'm sorry about them. I know people who produce 100,000 volume points a year and their check is not growing. But if you do right, then always, whatever you produce within your personal volume, eventually moves, if it's consumption, if it's customers, if it's real, moves from your personal to organizational, and people keep consuming products, but now you get royalties for that. You used to have wholesale profit, and now you have royalties for that. I'm busy thinking how to turn personal volume in more effective way to organizational for at least 20 years. This is my hobby. It all started with when I met my airline sponsor, Michael Cole, the first time in Israel at the warehouse. I told this story a couple of times already, but for those who didn't hear, I'll just do it again. I was 3 or 4 months in the business. I was